Good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Anglegeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the water signs forecast. Hold on one second. This is the water signs forecast, quick and dirty style, for the signs of Pisces, then Cancer, then Scorpio. And the reason why I'm doing them in that order is because, in all fairness, we go around the zodiac. So the next water season is going to be Pisces, coming up in a few months. So they get to go first. And then we've got Cancer and then Scorpio. So let's see what's going on with Pisces for the month of December 2021. If you have, these readings are basically broad spectrum. Take what you need and leave the rest. If you have a sun, moon, or rising in the sign of any of these signs, you may want to watch your reading. You may want to cross-reference all of your readings, depending on what your planets are in. It could give you an indication, or a broad spectrum indication, as to what you could be experiencing in particular in your month of December. So let's see what Pisces has going on. What do they need to know for December of 2021? Sun, moon, and rising. Come on, Pisces. What do we need to know? All right. So we're centered at the Ten of Cups. I'll take it. Jesus, I'll take it. That's a good card for Pisces. We have the Emperor as the foundation. Get it, Pisces? I like that a little bit. We have the Knight of Swords as our spirit space, or our higher self. I'll take that too. We have the Eight of Pentacles as an outside influence. Not a bad card to have. And we have the Eight of Wands as our outside influence. Interesting that we have two eights on either side of us. Eights to me bring about this sort of idea of balance. They also, I feel like, to be honest, this is a month where Pisces should feel good right out of the gate, right? With that Ten of Cups, that is water sign. It is in alignment to Pisces element. Ten of Cups is about maybe coming to endings with certain things, and sort of providing what we need for ourselves, finishing up the year in a positive manner, being optimistic about the finishing of that year, maybe looking forward to 2022 or the things that are to come. I do feel like there's a preparation that's happening in all of this. And part of the reason why I feel that is we have that Eight of Pentacles as the outside influence, which is the craftsmanship card, right? It is the card that tells us to kind of use our skill set and do the detailed work, put our nose to the grindstone and get things done. It is complementary to Pisces being in Pentacles. Pentacles is complementary to Cups. It is about bringing our own special pizzazz, our own special way, perspective, skill set, whatever, into whatever we do this month. I do feel like it is about hard work or focus, but that's okay. We allow that focus to guide us and to teach us, and also to sort of, I want to say, not show ourselves off necessarily, but we're ideally suited for the job is kind of how I get for this Eight of Pentacles. We feel needed, and we meet that need with the sort of the requirements that it needs. Does that make sense? And so we're able to do it I feel like it's work, but we're doing the work well, right? And then from that work, I feel like the Eight of Wands indicates fast forward movement, right? Towards whatever the goal might be. And I think that part of that is the idea that this Ten of Cups, this energy that we might be in, hopefully my Pisces watchers are feeling good about things right now leading into December and throughout December. You should feel connected. You should feel compassion and love towards those around you that you care most about. And from all of that, I think that's what brings about the ability to maybe put our nose to the grindstone, put in the hard work, and then watch the sort of the efforts pay off, or the movement, the forward movement happen for us, right? Now, as I'm looking at this, the reason why I say all of this, Eight of Wands is fire, right? The Emperor is our foundation, which is also Aries fire energy. He's the only major arcana we have there, but he's our foundation. And Pisces, he is a strong foundation to have. He is card number 4, which to me is about not balance, but about stability, right? But he's also major arcana. He's like that loving father that like has really high expectations of us, and when we meet those expectations and we don't cheat or um, skim or half-ass it, we actually get rewarded really abundantly from him, right? He is all the aspects of the 4 kings combined. So when I look at this, I feel like this being in the past and also the sort of foundation that pushes us forward, we're on a very solid foundation of doing the right thing for the right reasons this month. Like our focus should be, I almost want to say like pure and good is the best way to describe this, only because the Emperor is so solid in who he is and what he needs and what he expects. And then that 10 of Cups really speaks to this idea of Pisces wanting to be loving, kind, compassionate, which is where we do our best, right? And in our emotions, right? Owning our emotions from a positive place, but also applying it in practical manners in our lives around us where we actually excel or move forward rather than, say, get chastised or feel, I don't know, misunderstood for it, right? Here, to me, it feels like we're putting it together in a positive way for ourselves, right? The other card that interests me too about all of this and why I feel that this is a good month for my Pisces, it does feel transitional in the sense that we are working through this month to get ourselves somewhere else. But the focus of Emperor and the focus of the Knight of Wands in the higher self space speaks to this idea of using our intelligence, using our ability to be in service. There's a lot of I feel like there's a bit of compassion in that 10 of Cups, and there's even like kindness in the Emperor, but there's strength here. Does that make sense? Like there's like this compassion, strength, and intelligence we're working with this month that allows us to dig in, do the work, and get the results, and allow ourselves to be moved forward positively, maybe even appreciated, even if that appreciation is only coming from ourselves for a job well done, well, so be it. But we need to keep that focus, that high level of, what's the word? Like, I just feel like that Emperor is about high expectations, maybe of ourselves, placing them on ourselves, but also meeting them. And not being afraid to meet them, being smart enough, thinking outside of the box enough. The Knight of Swords can want to like jump in quickly, but when this is coming from the spirit space, it feels like your spirit and mind should be working together in conjunction with the good feelings of the 10 of Cups to bring about the productivity that I feel from this reading, right? So even though December is a little bit of a slower, colder, maybe wind down kind of month as we transition into winter, I feel like actually Pisces might be, their gears might be rolling, right? Or speeding up, starting to pick up steam. Focus is starting to come into play. That's definitely that Emperor Knight of Swords thing going on there. And with this fire or air thing going on, which is not necessarily, the complementary suits, but they are complementary to one another, Pisces. Does that make sense? So as we sit in our 10 of Cups, feeling good, feeling abundant, being thankful, appreciating the end of this year and what we've done thus far, we're able to power through the month of December with a focus that is empowering to us and complementary within its purpose. Does that make sense? And so we're able to practically apply it and then watch the sort of manifestations of that good hard work and that good focus and those good feelings be moving us in the right direction. Now let's look at the outcome card. I'll take it. So it's the Sun card, which is associated with the sign of Leo. The Sun is always an affirmative card. It's very much a positive card. I love that it's showing up for us at the end of the year. Imagine that I would say that this is an indication that we are going to be ending out the year with a little bit of a bang in a way. The sun is major arcana, right? We only are seeing the Aries Emperor card there in the foundation. But leading out of December into 2022 with the sun as our lead means that we are shining brightly in who we are. We are giving of ourselves in a way that is true, that is honest, that is powerful, that is energizing, that is oftentimes maybe even inspiring to others. So keep that in mind as you move through December. Now, for my Pisces, that can be a little bit emotional, or we all are, right? But for those of you that maybe don't necessarily feel like you're in this great spot right now, allow yourself to shift into this great spot because it's available to you. That's what these cards are saying to me. And it's available to you. And if you do allow yourself to make these connections within yourself and have these expectations of yourself and then meet them, right, on some level, you'll walk out of this month feeling like the sun. You'll be beaming bright, like for lack of a little better term. You'll be energized, you'll be excited, you'll feel exuberant, right? We're heading towards Pisces season. I feel like me personally as a Pisces, and I have 3 planets in Pisces, I do really well in, I have to say, the shift into winter is a bit depressive for me, the darker weather and all of that. But once I settle into the lower vibration of the winter, I actually do quite okay in winter. I actually kind of almost like winter, even though I get a bit sloth-like. To me, I don't feel like we're going to be sloth-like in December. I feel like we might actually be productive and proud of that production. So allow yourself that, Pisces, and carry that forth into 2022. I feel like that sun beams right into 2022 and inspires not only yourself, but others. So stay with that and really appreciate that and own that from a very genuine place. This is a beautiful reading for the end of the year for you guys. And I hope that you are able to experience it and find places in your life where this reading applies. You'll have to leave me a message or a thumbs up if it does, Pisces, and share this video out with your other Piscean friends. I'm now going to pull these cards and go directly into Cancer. So give me one moment. And thank you guys for watching. Hey, good morning, Nate. All right, so let's see. Let's go into Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? What does Cancer need to know for 2021? Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Good morning, Melanie. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do they need to know for December of 2021? All right, so for my Cancers, now your center is the Ace of Swords. Okay, I will take it. And then we've got the Two of Pentacles. We've got the Nine of Cups. Ooh. We've got the Ten of Cups as the outside influence. I love to see similar. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles as the other outside influence. All right, I'm going to say this. Bang on, Cancer. This is a good reading too, I feel like. To be honest, when I saw the Ace of Swords and then the Two of Pentacles, my first thing I wanted to say is, okay, Cancer, what the hell do you need to say and who do you need to say it to? And what is your truth this month, right? Going into this month, I feel like you're brandishing that Ace of Swords with a focus on the self, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to say that right out of the gate. If you've been biting your tongue, stop. It's no longer worth it. That Two of Pentacles, to me, normally Two of Pentacles is about maintaining balance or say maybe harmony. And if you've been restoring, trying to, since the past, if you've been trying to maintain harmony by keeping your mouth shut, now is the time to sort of shift that. And I feel like when you shift that, you're going to do it in a productive way, right? You're going to do it in a way that is unexpected maybe by others. They might expect you to just want to sort of stay in your groove and kind of keep maintaining for yourself and others. But it's time to kind of maybe shift out of that What I do feel like is the goal here is your own personal happiness. That's that Nine of Cups in the spirit space and the desire for that. And there's opportunity to give you that this month, right? There's opportunity through that Ten of Cups, which is very much a loving card. It's also sort of indicative of ending of chapters. So if we find that some of the things that we communicate kind of bring things to an end or slow things down for us in certain areas of our life, that's okay. And I feel like with the Ace of Swords, we're embracing that. We don't, I almost want to say, and it's not like from a negative place, but Cancer doesn't give a shit. It's kind of the feeling that I get. It's like the singularity of purpose of that Ace of Swords says to me, like, no, I need to say this, and I'm tired of sort of like kind of holding everything together for everyone. This is now about me time, taking care of me before the year is over. I'm sorry, but I'm moving, like not moving on, but I have to make this clear. You know, there's a clarity of mind and a clarity of thought that's in that Ace of Swords. People may not expect that. It's all done with love, though, is my feeling, right? I don't get a nasty feeling from this. I don't get any sort of negative vibes from any of this. The only thing where I feel like something is maybe being done that isn't to the most to your most best, Cancer, is that maybe in the past you tried to be the glue that held everything together, and you've maybe done that for a little bit too long, and you've held off on these gifts that I sort of feel like are getting ready to come to you in the month of December, right? Now, the other outside influence is the Ace of Pentacles. You have two aces, right? So we're talking about new beginnings. We're talking about turning things over. Now, these aces could be during the month of December, but they could also be like as we're working through December and as we're communicating our truth in our thoughts and being upfront and being honest in a loving, kind, compassionate way, because we see both the 9 and the 10 of Cups. There's no need to be harsh here, Cancer. There's no need to be moody. Yeah, I know y'all love to be a bunch of moody bitches, you know, and I say that as a Pisces. I can get all up in my feels too, so I'm not judging you. But what I mean is that, you know, this is the month to have that love and that compassion first and foremost for yourself enough to tell your truth, right? To communicate your truth, your desire, your focus, your pursuit, right? And if that is something different than what others expect of you, oh, well, I'm sorry about that. I still love you, Barb, or whoever you're talking to, whoever you're telling your truth to, Steven, Barb, Jim, whatever. You know, it's like, I'm going to do me, and I'm going to do me, and I'm going to do me well, right? And who doesn't like to be done well? I mean, every once in a while, it's always nice to get done a little bit well. I'm sorry, guys. These are quick and dirty. So what I feel like from these cards is I feel like this is a really beautiful moment for Cancer to have a sense of maybe renewal in or reaffirmation towards their own personal goals in their life, their own personal truths in their life, their own personal happiness in their life. And I feel like the environment around us with that 10 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles really wants to give us that. So like, let's not negate that, right? Let's not, what is it? What's that phrase? Kick a gift horse in the mouth. Like, if the universe wants to bring it to you, or the environment, the situations around you are bringing you opportunities for emotional connection, new, you know, financial abundance, or new routes or paths towards new careers and all of that sort of stuff, because that could be that Ace of Pentacles there. I do feel like there's a little of work, like that cat is trying to move that pentacle out of the way to sort of create the path. This might be the month that through expressing our thoughts and our communicating our truths from a place of compassion and love is going to be the work that we need to do to kind of eventually open the door for that Ace of Pentacles to kind of roll in and allow new opportunities to come to us, maybe in this month or potentially in the early part of 2022. I feel a really good thing around these readings, around this reading for Cancer, right? So I want my Cancerians to be excited about this. Now, the outcome card is potential outcome. Okay, this is a little weird. This is the 5 of Pentacles, which is the setback card. So what I feel like this is, though, is I don't necessarily know that you guys get setback. I feel like your truth might not be as well received by others as you are giving it out to them. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like the Five of Pentacles indeed indicates setback or being left out in the cold, but it's always a transitionary card, right? There's a movement to it. There's a rolling out of this and into that sort of movement. And that is the ace energy too, to me. So if you find that by month's end there's people that are maybe questioning your motives or questioning your decisions or questioning, challenging you in some way, that's what I feel like this Five of Pentacles is. It's not about you feeling left out in the cold. It's about others maybe not receiving this abundance for you in such a easy or warm fashion. Does that make sense? And so don't be surprised if others feel like a little bit put off or give you reactions that you're not necessarily like. If you're getting back, here's the thing. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups as the outside influences, most of your stuff this month feels optimistic and positive to me. Yes, there's a little work involved. Yes, there's a little bit of care involved. You guys like to nurture and mother and take care of others, and that's fine. But I feel like the focus may be about taking care of yourself this month, and others who are used to being taken care of by you, Cancer, might take a little bit of an affront to that through that Five of Pentacles by month's end. They might be like, hey, have you completely deserted me? What the hell is going on? And that's where I feel like that feeling of the Five of Pentacles being left out in the cold is. But ultimately, they will get over it. That five is transitory, right? That family of cats out in the snow are moving along to something else. They're not stuck where they're at. Even if they want to tell you, oh, don't do this. Like, what do you mean? I like it better when you're in the Two of Pentacles, maintaining balance for me in my life. No, fuck that. Sorry, quick and dirty, guys. Fuck that. I say go for it, Cancer. Don't worry about the naysayers in a way. They will come back round because I feel like you're in a good place and you're going towards an even better place, is my feeling, especially with that Nine of Cups in your spirit space. It says to me that there's something your soul is seeking that is much needed and will be quite fulfilling and will be probably even more attractive to people down the line once you sort of attain it or bring it down in 2022. Does that make sense? So don't let those, or even that Five of Pentacles could be just like exterior situations in the world, right? Like heartache in the world, sadness in the world. Is it okay for me to be focused on myself and caring for myself and wanting to, do me first? During this time, that could be a question that comes up towards month's end as maybe others struggle around you. Yes, it is. It's completely okay, Cancer. You don't have to be Captain Save a Ho. You don't have to go in and fix everybody's life. You're not on love fix my life. You know what I mean? You need to fix your own in a way, or it looks like you desire to make your own better, and you have every right to do that. And it looks like that focus is kind of being met by the outside influences in a very big and profound way. So don't take that for granted. Keep moving forward, keep celebrating you, keep speaking your truth, do it from a place of love. And those that don't necessarily understand it, appreciate it, or agree with it, they will have to figure something else out, or they will come around in maybe the months to follow. Okay, that is my message for you guys, Cancers. All right, let's get into Scorpio. Let's see what's going on with Scorpio. Thank you, Melanie. Good morning, Jessica. So let's see what's going on. What does Scorpio need to know? Sun, Moon, and Rising for Scorpio in 2021. Oh, they're barking at nothing. They do this constantly now. Like they bark. I think my old dogs are becoming a little bit demented. They like bark at like nothing. And I think it's a sign of old age. I'm getting kind of worried. All right, so let's see what's going on with Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for December of 2021. What do they need to know? All right, Scorpio's center is, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, that's Sagittarian energy, I believe. Okay, let's look at the other cards real quick. We've got the Eight of Wands. Okay, Scorpio. Y'all love that transformation. We've got the Nine of Swords in the higher self space. We've got the Four of Swords in the outside influences. And we've got the Three of Cups in the outside influences. All right, so this is what I'm going to say. That Eight of Wands pulls my attention immediately in the foundation. Scorpio made a decision a few months ago. You all wanted to be somewhere different. You sort of shot that desire out into the universe, out into the world. You got that idea. You started making steps towards it. The wheel, to me, in the center, is your only major arcana that we see thus far. It's time for like that, Scorpio rules over sex, death, and transformation, right? And sex, death, and regeneration, which regeneration to me is sort of like a form of transformation, right? And so when I see the wheel in the center, this is Scorpio's, no pun intended, wheelhouse, right? This is about turning things over, reinventing ourselves, changing new paths, picking new areas, going to new exciting things. But I will say this, I feel like there's some fear, some worry, some angst that Scorpio needs to work with or deal with. I don't know if this is just from the past or if it's just currently in the now, but that Nine of Swords up in the spirit space says to me, y'all need to stop worrying. You guys need to stop tripping out, stop judging yourselves, and allow yourselves to make these changes, to trust and have faith in all that is good, right, and like sort of shifting in the world is the feeling. Like I feel like the Eight of Wands indicates that you guys wanted change. You asked for it in some way, shape, or form. You may not even have been conscious about it. You might have been asking for it through your resistance to whatever's going on around you, right? So you're like, oh, fuck this. This sucks. And what we don't realize is when we say, oh, fuck this sucks, we actually ask for something new. That is in and of itself a request. Now, we could potentially get more of the suck, or we could start to see things fall away that we were like, hey, wait, wait, I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose that relationship. Or, oh, I hated that job, but you know what? That was my source of income. Wait. So I kind of get this feeling or this vibe that the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, right? But you have to have faith. You have to trust that. And somewhere along the way, you requested this, and you maybe don't even realize it, Scorpio. So here it comes, right? It's starting to come towards you through the Wheel of Fortune, through the transitions and the changes. And these should be kind of, start to, I feel like be rather obvious to you. That's also the Nine of Swords in your spirit space, is that fear, that worry, potential nightmares. What if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? And I don't think that the spirit is trying to give us these nightmares. The spirit is trying to have us work with these nightmares, quell these nightmares, stop them. The worry is unneeded, Scorpio. You need to have faith and trust in the journey. You are about sex, death, and regeneration, right? So let things die off and let things regenerate, right? In faith, in a way, right? Now, the outside influences are not bad outside influences. I actually like both of them. One is the Four of Swords, which is about meditation, drawing within, going within, shutting out outside voices, right? Those could be our own voices during this month too, with that Nine of Swords up in the higher self space. It's like our spirit might be fighting with our mind as things shift and change for us this month. But ultimately, the Four of Swords gives us a respite or a safe space to go to throughout the month. So don't forget to do that for yourself, to bring yourself that stability, that care in your mind. Meditate if you can, or get quiet as much as you can. Close out some of the outside voices, especially in the more trying times or the more, anxiety ridden times. Now, on the opposite side, we have the Three of Cups, which is water energy, which is very beneficial to Scorpio. And it is very much about celebrating those that we love and that we care about, right? So there is opportunity this month to not only kind of meditate and get clear in our mind, but also to have enjoyment, positive experiences, support from others that care about us as we go through these transformations, right? It doesn't all have to be bad, Scorpio. To me, honestly, what's the most, I don't want to say negative, but I will use that as a word for lack of a better term. What's the most negative thing about this is I feel like your own mind is working against you right now, or has been in the, leading up to this point. And we need to work on stopping that. That's what your spirit is asking you. Stop listening to those voices that maybe limit you, or that are fear-based, or that are, blocking you from having the transformation and the changes that you want in your life, because the wheel is going to give you those changes, and the wheel will give you them in the way that you choose to receive them. So grounding, meditating, clearing your thoughts, and getting into that state of appreciation is going to bring you those changes in a much more positive manner than worrying about, stressing about, did I make the right decision? Oh my God, what if it's not enough? Oh my God, maybe now wasn't the right time. Don't do that to yourself, Scorpio. You're too powerful is my word that I'm thinking of here. You're too capable. It's almost like you're diminishing yourself in a way. And that's why that Nine of Swords shows up in the spirit spaces. It's time to work on this, anxiety pattern or worrisomeness that you might carry with you, or that you've been bringing along through this experience. Now, the outcome card for Scorpio is, oh, Brad's back. You should see star cards so I can see Uranus. I think you used that yesterday, Brad. Can you come up with something new? And Brad, if you want to see my anus, you can go to my OnlyFans page. But I want to see, if I show you mine, you have to show me yours. Okay, Brad? Thanks for coming back though, boo. I hope you subscribe to the channel. Here is the outcome card for Scorpio. The Scorpio card is Page of Pentacles. It is complimentary because it's Pentacles, so I'm not mad at it, but it's about slow forward movement. And that makes sense with that Wheel of Fortune in the center. Not the most hopeful card. I feel like that cat looks a little bit pissed off as he moves into the future of 2022. But ultimately, there is a slow build. It's the Knight of Pentacles. There is a slow build happening as we move out of December and into 2022. It is productive, it is dedicated, it is focused, and it's grounded. So I'll take that. But I want it to be less reluctant if possible. So, as the changes begin to come, try to worry less. Try to move forward with a little bit more freedom, a little bit more clarity. That's what that Three of Cups, Four of Swords influences are. Is they want to give you that clarity through the Four of Swords, and the freedom or the fun and the enjoyment through the Three of Cups, the appreciation and the support that we have around us. That's what Scorpio needs to realize they have as they move forward out of December and into 2022. Knight of Pentacles does move slowly, but it is winter, so it's not a bad idea to move slowly. That way you're sort of catching all of the details. That could also be the antidote to the worry that we see in the Nine of Swords up in the spirit space, taking it step by step, minute by minute. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that in a way where you feel more like you may have some semblance of control in the changes that are happening around you, right? Because that Wheel of Fortune says to me that changes are shifting and happening, especially with that Eight of Wands in the foundation. Ultimately, remember this, Scorpio, you asked for this, whether you were consciously aware of it or not. You asked for it, and it's time to move towards that, right? And so allow yourself to do so in faith rather than fear. And that is your December reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please share this video out with the water signs that you know in your life and let people know about my channel. Please subscribe to the channel. And I greatly appreciate all my viewers, including you, Brad, and your corny jokes. And I look forward to seeing you guys next month. We'll see if Quick and Dirty continues on every month, or I might reconfigure the channel in some ways and try and reinvigorate the channel with some new energy through new readings and new different styles. So pay attention to that, and I'll see you guys next year. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.